Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside.
Arrowhead Stadium, the atmosphere is electric.
Could not have been a better way to start this game.
Patrick Mahomes with Mahomes magic. A laser strike from Russell Wilson.
Keep it trickling the ball down the field, boys.
This one's for John.
Maybe they're going to win this thing.
Ways to watch tonight include TNF in the shop with LeBron James and his crew, our Prime Vision with Next Gen Stats broadcast, or watch in Spanish with TNF and Espanol. Okay, to the field we go. Kaylee Hartung. Kaylee.
Hey there, Al. Travis Kelce's talents have sent his profile to new heights this season, from starring in national commercials to burning up the tabloids as he is courting a certain pop star. But football is his main gig, so when he suffered a non-contact lateral ankle injury on Sunday, the concern was palpable. He was able to return to that game and even scored a touchdown on his first series back. Still, he has been on the injury report all week. I am told rehab's gone well, and he came bouncing out of the tunnel for pregame warm-ups tonight. You can see his right ankle is heavily taped up. There's also extra strong reinforcement under that shoe. Kelce is now in the starting lineup, which is good news for Chiefs Kingdom. And of course, his #1 fan, Taylor Swift, who is here in Arrowhead to cheer him on.
Along with Mama Kelce. Of course, Taylor is used to full houses at Arrowhead. Played to a couple of them this summer. Meanwhile, the standings in the AFC West. Chiefs are on top, 4-1. Chargers played Dallas on Monday. Raiders at 2-3, and the Broncos come in 1-4 with that win against Chicago, erasing a 21-point deficit at Soldier Field. Sean Payton, Andy Reid ready to match wits tonight before a full house on a 68-degree Thursday night. Harrison Butker to kick off. Marvin Mims Jr., the very speedy rookie, will let it bound through the end zone, and the Broncos begin play at the 25-yard line. So Russell Wilson, 10 years in Seattle, including 2 Super Bowl appearances, a Super Bowl victory. Bad year last year, much better this year. 5-1 touchdown interception ratio, and he's run for 119 yards.
Yeah, 34 years old and in his 12th year, second year, as you mentioned, in Denver. I'll tell you, you could argue he's down 15 pounds. Said he feels like he's in the best shape of his career, and he'll need it tonight. He's going to have to use his legs to avoid the pressure.
Handed off to the rookie McLaughlin, and what a story this kid has become. That's a 9-yard gain for a guy who was the all-time leading rusher in college football. Played at Notre Dame. Not that Notre Dame. Played at Notre Dame College in Euclid, Ohio, and then wound up at Youngstown State, and he has been great.
Unbelievable. This is what makes the NFL what it is. You think you know, and then all of a sudden a guy shows up that nobody expected anything from, and 4 or 5 weeks in, he becomes one of the great stories in the league.
He's out. Javonte Williams from this last week's game. He was inactive. And Michael Burton, the fullback, will take it, so he'll pick up the first down on a 2nd and 1.
You know, Sean Payton tonight with his plan, I mentioned in the open, taking some shots downfield, and that's over his career. That's what Russell Wilson does so well. But also, you got to believe that Coach Payton is looking at possessing the ball and the ability to run the football against Kansas City and keeping number 15 in red on the sideline.
And now he has Samaje Perine in the backfield, so we've seen all 3 running backs in the backfield, and the pass is caught, and that is Cortland Sutton. We'll see where they spotted a little bit short by inches of a first down. Trent McDuffie making the tackle on the play.
Beyond the numbers, just watching him play, and even before we started the prep for this week, wouldn't you say that it just looks like it's more rhythmic? The ball's coming out a little faster than we saw last year, where at times he was holding the ball hesitant, unsure. So far, I think he and Sean Payton, great collaboration on coming up with a plan to make him better.
Big difference. Fake toss, and then that is smelled out perfectly. Sniffed out that time. Jerry Jeudy makes the catch, but Shamari Hunter is right there to stop him, setting up 3rd down and 2.
One of the things that, last year, you can remember that there was a discussion about the wristband and Nathaniel Hackett talking to Russell Wilson about maybe using the wristband. He declined. And this year with Sean Payton, you can see, I don't know if that was necessarily a discussion or a debate. It was, here's what we're going to do, because this offense is very wordy, a lot of verbiage, and I think it helps him with the operation of the plan.
Play clock got reset to 25.
Big Quinn Bailey, another tackle on the left-hand side here. There he is in motion.
Running back is Javonte Williams. He looks for room, and he's able to back through, pick up the first down, and get into Kansas City territory. So they stopped him. Nick Bolton did, who's missed the last 3 games behind the line of scrimmage, but he scrambles free, picks up the first.
And you see the 2 tight ends, and you see that extra tight end is just really another tackle. It's just man on man, and they actually get off the blocks. They're in a position there. Bolton, who's their best tackler, it's great to see him back. That tackle was made right there. Then he is short of the first down, but Javonte Williams, back from that injury, is a physical runner, as you see right there, breaking through.
Keep it on the ground. Williams again, missed last week's with a quad injury out of North Carolina. 2nd-round pick back in 21.
And now one of the things Sean Payton is known for, obviously, is not only the great offenses he put together in New Orleans with Drew Brees, but a lot of personnel changes, a lot of different formations. He's had a lot of success this year following that 12 to 15 play script of mixing up a lot of different looks, trying to affect the defense and their communication to see how they line up here early in this game.
McLaughlin back in. They've been very good, the Broncos have, on their opening drives this season. So far, so good. But this time, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Willie Gay making the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 7 as they look at Spagnuolo's defense.
He'll be proud of this. Chris Jones in the middle does a good job of fighting off of a block here by Miners. And then Willie Gay is able to clean it up. This defense is playing great football this year. Very physical. A lot of these guys in their 2nd year in Spags' system identify things much quicker, and they're flying around. It's a big 3rd down here for Denver early.
3 Super Bowl rings in his safe deposit box. 3rd down and 7. Look out. Wilson gets away. Throws, caught inside the 40. Adam Troutman, the tight end. So avoids disaster that time, chased by Mike Dana. And Wilson avoids what would have been the 498th sack of his career.
Yeah, and that's just nothing tricky. It's just man on man. He gets in. Dana gets in there. You just got to bring him down. Great effort by Russell Wilson. That leg strength to keep that play alive.
4th and 3. Ball at the 38. You've lost 15 straight to this team. You're in last place. He's going for it. Maybe. Timeout. At least he was lining up to go for it.
Denver, their first of the half. 30-second
So
timeout.
Sean Payton, 15 seasons in New Orleans. Won a Super Bowl in 09. Of course, he and Drew Brees, a match made in heaven down there. Steps away, winds up in the Fox studio last year. Moves to Southern California. Enjoyed it out there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool out here.
He enjoyed it.
You know, Denver came and opened up the checkbook, and there he is. In orange.
And I think all along when he stepped away and got into TV, talking to him, and at his age still feels that he's in his prime, still has a lot to offer any organization. And Denver was in the need of a coach with that track record. And I think, you know, he's going to do it his way. And he feels that his way is the right way, and it's going to maybe be a process, and it's going to take time. And it's a part of, you got to experience it to really grow. And that's what this team's going through these first 5 weeks.
This will be the 9th play of the drive. Michael Burton lines up next to Wilson. Pressure. Wilson scrambles away again. And he cannot run for the first down, and they turn the ball over. Run out by Justin Reed. George Karlaftis also chasing him to stymie what would have been a drive extending first down. Instead, Kansas City with the ball when we come back. That's classic. Nearby farm. Here go the Chiefs. Their first play is a run by Pacheco. Gain of about 2. Zach Allen makes the tackle. So Patrick Mahomes, a couple of MVP awards, 2 Super Bowl rings against Denver, 11-0, 18 TDs, 8 interceptions. Of course, 15 consecutive wins, so some of those go back to Alex Smith. Pacheco again. Had a big day in the Super Bowl. Good, tough running behind Joe Tooney's block, the left guard, and a first down for KC.
I think that's what's going to be different this year for defenses trying to defend Kansas City. They're still trying to find themselves, the rhythm and the chemistry with the receivers, but Pacheco, I think now in his second year, he kind of exploded onto the scene last year as a 7th rounder, and now you kind of know what to expect from him, and he really gives them a balanced attack. I feel like in the past, the offense was more about Mahomes in the pass game.
Retreats, open, and then a little flip back from Kelsey as he sends it to Noah Gray. One tight end to the other. Another first down.
I'm having visions, was it Nat Moore and Tony Nathan going way back to the Dolphins against the Chargers? I mean, how calm is Kelsey as he just sits there, which he always does in his zone, and he just waits for his guy. You imagine him practicing that throughout the week?
Loves to.
Yeah. I mean, he's just out there having fun. He gets to be a quarterback, flip it with his left hand of all things. Perfect pitch to Noah Gray and a first down for the Chiefs. Vintage.
Hook and ladder, hook and trailer, take your pick. First down from the 36-yard line. Rolling. Looks all the way across the field. Nothing there. Then throws. That's caught inside the 30-yard line. And there is his main man again, Kelsey, who came out with a sprained ankle last week. He was so frustrated. Threw his helmet down. Looked like he'd be gone for a while.
Al, you'll appreciate this. This is his feel. You just saw it on the last play in the soft spot in the zone. This time, he kind of feels it, looks and sees that he's going to be taking away the leverage to the inside, so he calmly looks around and works back to the outside. And the way Mahomes and he are always in sync.
Already 2 catches for him. Now, look at the space. Pacheco, enough to pick up a first down. And they pull, lead the way, and then the man who took over for Clyde Edwards-Helaire about halfway through last season. Meanwhile, Vance Joseph, that defense is down at the bottom in almost every category. He's really taken a ton of heat in Denver, just trying to get something going.
Yeah, the challenge he has is giving up explosives on the ground, and you're dealing with Mahomes.
Rolling, whoa, knocked down and incomplete. Jaquan McMillan, second-year man out of East Carolina, batting it away. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Most people that defend Mahomes, they sit back with 2 safeties deep, and you want to protect your corners and make him be patient. The problem is when you're struggling to stop the run, dead last in the league and defending the run, you need the safeties to come down and get involved in the run game. And that's the cat and mouse game tonight for Vance Joseph, helping that run game at the same time not hurting yourself against Mahomes.
Giving up 36 points per game. Of course, that 70 killed him. Over the middle, that's caught. Taken down at the 18-yard line. Rashee Rice, rookie out of SMU, second rounder. Mahomes loves to spread it around. In 4 of the 5 games this year, he has hit 10 or more receivers in the game.
Yeah, and I think as the season goes on, Rashee Rice is going to become a go-to guy. Just a rookie, still kind of feeling things out. Does a great job looking left. Out of the corner of his eye, he starts to peek because he knows those linebackers followed him to those 3 receivers. Came back and made a perfect throw.
That's that Michael Jordan tongue wag. 2, 3rd and 3. And that's batted at the line of scrimmage. So they set up a 4th down. Mike Purcell batting it down, number 98. He's in his 8th season in the league, and Butker will come in to try to make it a 3-0 game.
He's a big fella. He can't get to Mahomes. Ball's out quickly. He's trying to get it off to the right to Kadarius Toney. So it's a first down if he's able to get that over top of Purcell, but Purcell in for DJ Jones, makes a nice play there on 3rd down.
Jones inactive tonight. So here's Butker against the Broncos. He's missed only 1 from 51 yards. This is 35, and it's a windy night, and the wind is swirling. And that kick is good. You start fluttering through. It's going to be that kind of night with every kick tonight. 5:40 to go in the opening quarter in KC. 3-0 Chiefs.
You're watching Thursday Night Football, only on Prime.
Kansas City, Union Station. We'll light it up on this Thursday night. Mid-America. This is game number 419 regular season and postseason in the history of this building. Opening up in 1972, right next door to where the Royals have played since about that same time.
You think you've called more games here or over at?
A lot.
I know a lot of playoff games over with the Royals.
Playoff days, yeah. Preseason games, touchback here. I even called a game here, believe it or not, with Hank Stram the year after he got fired as the Kansas City coach.
Wow.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Called a game here, and of course the town was going crazy at that point. Paul Wiggin came in to take over. Hank wanted to know if Wiggin had moved his Tiffany lamp in his office.
What was the answer?
I said yes, he did. Hank was not happy about it.
This is as passionate fan base as you find in the NFL.
Very. Running back is Javonte Williams. There he goes, big hole, exploits that baby. And tough running for a gain of 18 yards. Michael Burton, fullback, led the way.
Clenchey does a nice job on the right side as well with Miners. Watch this double team. They work down, opens up the block for the fullback Burton that you mentioned. And I'm telling you, I don't know if the NFL has really seen what Javonte Williams can do when he is healthy. 5'10", good solid 220 pounds. Brings a lot of physicality and more quickness than I think people want to give him credit.
Ran for 900 as a rookie, then tore his ACL in the 4th week last year and was done for the season. Play action. Good pocket. Intercepted at the 42-yard line. Nick Bolton right there, intended for Jerry Jeudy, and down to the end zone they go. That defense to celebrate. Wilson threw it right to him, and KC gets it. 3-0 Chiefs.
Denver goes with a play action to try to go here. They're trying to affect the backer. But watch how Nick Bolton plays this. He does a really good job of not buying it at all. Keep in mind, he's been out for 3 weeks. He sees the back going here. Right away, he gets his head on a swivel and is able to look back and recognize there's the route, sinks in coverage, reads the eyes of Russell Wilson. And I think Russell Wilson may have predetermined where to go with that football.
Bolton had the 36-yard fumble return in the Super Bowl. Fired wide open, Kelsey. Stiff arming down the sideline. Long gain again, run out by Justin Simmons. It is just astonishing. It's astonishing how open this guy gets when everybody knows he's going to get the pass. But now you got a flag at the end of the play.
Before the pass was thrown.
40 yards.
Al, I'm with you. I mean, they clear out here with Gray. He's here. He just kind of works himself across the field. But with man-to-man on the right with Mathis, there's nobody over there. And you brought that up to Andy Reid and to Patrick Mahomes this week. Does it ever surprise even you guys that 87 on your ball club always seems to get open?
It's crazy. I mean, he's open by 10 yards on so many catches. from the 17-yard line.
Come back here.
Come back here. Get him back over there.
Yep. And bring him back here. Tony on a slot back around, and that goes nowhere. Jaquan McMillan right there to make the tackle. Loss on the play of 3, 2nd and 13.
Yeah, and the edge of this defense has been a problem. It's something that Vance Joseph has really emphasized this week, obviously going up against this quick-hitting offense. They love to get the ball on in the perimeter. Russ, of course, hoping that this defense holds up again in the red zone and forces a field goal.
Good pocket. That's caught. 15-yard line and wrestled down by the throat. Pacheco wrestled down by Josie Jewell and Alex Singleton. It'll be 3rd down and 8 after a gain of 5.
This is a team that has struggled with missed tackles, most in the NFL. And right now, they on a short week, a couple series in, everybody kind of getting their feet under them, everybody kind of getting the feel for what's coming at them. But they're holding up pretty well. Let's see if they can get pressure on Mahomes here on 3rd down.
Jarrett McKinnon now in the back of number 1. 3 receivers set to the right side. Mahomes pressured, look out, gets it away and then just flings it, and it's picked off at the goal line. Justin Simmons. So Denver is able to hold him. You don't want to go down 10-0 to this thing on the road. They keep it at 3-zip and they get the ball back. Look for a moment. He was under pressure.
Yeah.
Look for a moment. I thought he was maybe trying to throw it away. Simmons comes up with the pick. And with 2:55 to go in the quarter, Denver with the ball.
Now, usually this look with 2 safeties high and a tight end that works down the middle of the field, usually this backer will run with him. He doesn't. Mahomes locked in. He wanted to get it to Kelsey, but they squeezed him. This is obviously a no-no for anybody. Throws it up. Actually got hit as he released it. Looks like Cooper got to him. Yeah. Ball goes up. Great interception by that Denver defense. And if Rice doesn't make that tackle, he might have taken that all the way back.
Absolutely. From the 7-yard line. Little flip here. 4-yard gain. McLaughlin. We go to Kaylee.
Al, no one has intercepted Patrick Mahomes more than Justin Simmons. That makes 4. Simmons told me the key is being in the right place at the right time consistently and staying disciplined even when Mahomes breaks the pocket. Last year, after he grabbed his 3rd pick, he told me Mahomes joked with him saying, "Man, I just love throwing you the football." Simmons said, "Hey, man, I am not going to complain."
That's his first pick this season. Simmons has been with the Broncos for 8 years and saying the other day, man, he's just sick of losing. Good little cutback there, and the ball is out. Is it out after the play was over is the question. Of course, Kansas City thinks it was. The officials come in and go no. McLaughlin, now they do say it is a fumble, so they'll check that baby out. Drew Tranquil. And we're going to they're going to review this because all turnovers.
After discussion,
It looked like his backside was down, and then the ball came out.
Yeah.
It's Denver's ball.
I mean, that ball is held on looks like he had possession of that football unless he lands on an arm. His backside is down.
It's 3rd down.
Yeah, they already.
And short.
Oh, okay.
Hochuli already announced this, so he got the word from above that it was not a fumble. And they get away with it here with 2 minutes to go in the quarter. But he's a little short of the first down, so it's 3rd down and 1.
Great job there by the officials coming together,
Yeah.
making that the right call.
Yeah, why screw around? I mean, you know, why review it when you get the word from upstairs? It's simple. The pitch clock in baseball makes it much easier. Whatever. 3rd down and 1. Javonte Williams is the running back. And Wilson will sneak ahead over the right guard to pick up a 1st down. So what do you think When you looked at Russell Wilson playing last year, we saw him once against Indianapolis.
Yeah. Did we?
What did you think was the difference between what he was in Seattle and what they tried to do with him last year?
I just think he was sitting in the pocket, and I think he was struggling to see coverage. It just wasn't. It looks foreign to him. And I think this year they've gone back to what worked. I think tonight you'll see they'll move him on the launch point. Ball's either out quickly with quick game or get him out on the edges and also taking shots downfield.
Quick flip, Jerry Jeudy to the 20. Jeudy being talked about as a guy who, if they are going to trade and pick up draft choices, and who knows, the trading deadline at the end of the month, he's one of the guys they're talking about.
Yeah, for whatever reason, he's had moments that have been good. It just hasn't been consistent. They need him tonight. You know, we look at these receivers with Sutton. You have a rookie and Mims, Brandon Johnson, who scored 3 touchdowns. At some point, you're going to take some vertical shots, and some receivers are going to have to make some big plays.
2nd and 8. Good, tough running again. McLaughlin came into the game averaging over 7 yards a carry. The league average is 4.2. So this is the kid, Youngstown State, undrafted free agent, lighted it up in training camp, and everybody fell in love with him.
Yeah, he's 5'7". He's about 185 pounds. But he has really been determined since he showed up day one. They said he would get there at 6 in the morning and wants to see the script. And this is when he wasn't getting any reps. And it just kind of, a guy that just kind of kept hanging around during camp to the point where eventually they said, we got to give this guy a shot.
After one, it's Kansas City 3, Denver nothing on Thursday night football. Missouri on this Thursday night, the Kaufman Center for the Performing Arts. Great looking building downtown KC. Here we come a few miles to the east to Arrowhead. Start the second quarter with a 3rd down and 1 for Denver, and they give it to the up back, and he won't get it. They gave it to Burton, who picked up a 1st down when they first had the ball at the beginning of the game. Can't get it here. 4th down.
What a tremendous effort here. Short yardage by Herring. Watch this move right here by 94. You don't hear about him as much, but the quickness off the ball shoots that gap and just explodes. The tight end needs to come down and help out. Burton never had a chance.
Riley Dixon is the Denver punter. Line drive kick. Fielded at his kneecaps here by Montrell Washington, and takes it back to the 43. So Patrick Mahomes, take a look at this, club elite. You go through the sports here. You win a couple of Super Bowls. You win a couple of MVP awards. Only played with 2 of each in the first 6 seasons in his first. And then the players in other sports, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan. In hockey, Bobby Orr, Bobby Clark, Wayne Gretzky. That's
pretty good company.
Yeah, I'd say that's club elite.
Yeah. And truly, it's really his first 5 years as a starter. I mean, he had the 1 start as a rookie, but took over the 5 years, 5 AFC championship games.
Don't have to wait around the velvet ropes to get into that club. Here's Isaiah Pacheco out to the 49-yard line.
Mahomes has talked about being patient and not taking chances, not being greedy, not trying to make something happen. Of course, he did that on that second possession. And he's thinking points. His defense has put him in a good spot. They've started at their own 41, their own 43, and their own 43 again here on their 3rd possession, but only the 3 points so far.
2nd and 5. Pacheco again, and coming in, slanting in from that corner was Patrick Surtain, one of the best in the league, 3rd year, #1 pick out of Alabama. Russell Wilson waiting on the bench. It'll be 3rd down and 5 now.
You know, Surtain gets a lot of recognition because he's such a gifted cover corner, but I think the folks around the league really love his abilities at 6'2", 202 pounds because of that play right there. They blitz him, does a great job in run support.
Tackle as well. Oh, look out. Coming across the line. Who went first here is the question. Ronnie Perkins right over Donovan Smith. Officials confer.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 51. This 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
So it's Perkins on what would have been a 3rd and 5.
And I think this is all because of Mahomes, knowing the situation, realizing that hard count, potentially is going to pull somebody off right there. Yep. Does a good job. And, Ronnie Perkins not playing a lot when he gets in. He's eager, just jumps there, and Mahomes with a smart play there.
Chiefs' 5th first down. The fake, the pass. Kadarius Toney came over from the Giants. Surtain is there covering on the play, and that will make it 2nd down and 5.
Vance Joseph telling us this week that we got to make game-changing plays, and that's what they did on that last possession. He's been as frustrated as anybody. The media gets upset, the fans get upset. I don't know if anybody's more upset with the way things have gone these first 5 weeks than Vance Joseph. He's determined to get it right. They're off to a good start tonight.
Mahomes chased out. Flag thrown. Goes deep and just throws that away. Nobody's home. Flag in the offensive backfield. You saw Sean Hockley to make the call here.
Holding. Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Well, the Denver defense, at least to this point, keeping them very much in the game.
Yeah, and think about it. I mean, all 3 of these possessions close to midfield, and up to this point, they put a plan together. Listen, you look at these 2 teams on paper, even you and I were looking at it, it's like, boy, Denver's going to have their hands full against Mahomes, but they show up on a short week with a good plan. He kind of streamlined the plan, and they're playing a lot faster.
Not easy either. I mean, you lose a game on Sunday, and you got Monday and Tuesday at home, and you fly on Wednesday, and you're playing the world champs on Thursday. Nice hold here, and that's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A couple of years ago, he looked like he would be their ace running back for a long time. That lasted as long as it took for Isaiah Pacheco to get into the backfield.
Yeah, I think even going into last year, I think a lot of people thought he was the guy, but once Pacheco showed what he could do, I loved it. What did Mahomes tell us? He said he runs like he's angry at the ground. That's how physical and how tough he runs. I've heard of running angry, but not angry at the ground.
First time I heard it, it was a great description. 3rd and 8. Mahomes stepping up. Look out from behind. Hit as he throws. Caught. First down. Who else? 87. Kelsey. So Mahomes gets in trouble. He's chased by Benito. He almost got him from behind. Instead, the next thing you know, they're on the march again. 30-yard line.
Now, these guys are as good as there is at running routes, and then once the route is taken away, especially on 3rd down, watch the recognition that his quarterback's in trouble, and then he looks around and just finds a soft spot. I mean, how many times have we seen it? It's one thing to draw the play up, but Mahomes and Kelsey deserve so much credit for those off-schedule plays.
Flip out here. Pacheco. And they finally wrestle him down. First guy to get there was Ronnie Perkins. Got away there, turns what would have been a 6 or 7 yard gain into a 9-yard gain.
The other thing about Kelsey is when he does the adjustments, it just looks so routine. There's no panic. There's no, where am I looking? Where am I? It's just, honestly, I always say it almost looks like he's just out at a practice field, and him and Mahomes are out there in July just working on some routes. Meanwhile, he's out here against the Broncos on a Thursday night.
Pirouetting at 6'5", 250. Big hole again to the 14-yard line. That's Pacheco.
While they're still trying to figure out the tackles, and that chemistry will come with 2 new tackles, Smith on the left and Taylor on the right. The interior is about as good as you're going to find. Creed Humphrey, the center out of Oklahoma, an athlete, high school wrestler, does a great job with leverage and kind of being the boss up there. Trey Smith on the right side, both those 2 instrumental on opening that play up.
Pacheco again, darting, dancing, looking. Can't get around the corner. McMillan knocks him down. Kaylee, what you got?
Guys, as you were describing Isaiah Pacheco's running style, he told me he wants energy to be his defining characteristic, to the point that 2 weeks ago, after he got tackled against the Jets, he started doing push-ups. He told me he wanted to show the opponent he's not tired and give the team energy that they can build off of. But to complement that mentality, he's also had to learn some patience.
Yeah, there's a guy, another 7th-round draft choice, played at Rutgers. Edwards-Helaire is in the game now, 2nd and 11. Mahomes throws. Once again, that's already for Kelce tonight as he makes the grab here. He's caught 5. On 5 targets, he has 72 receiving yards.
They're moving him more this year than any year in the past. They moved him, of course, in the past, but I think they're moving him around a little bit more to try to create and get him off ball and try to create some matchups. They call these Travis routes. This isn't necessarily a design route, like on a route tree. This is just him improvising. And Matt Nagy telling us this week that that's, especially on 3rd downs or critical moments in the red zone, we just let him do what he can do. Get open.
3rd down and 2. Mahomes spinning around. Fires, and that's incomplete. Trying to get into the end zone to Sky Moore. So it's 4th down. So that Denver defense once again setting up a 4th down. Crowd doesn't like the fact the field goal unit's coming in.
The pressure comes right here. He got Ronnie Perkins one time on that 3rd and 5, and he got him off sides. But this time he does a good job. Look at Pat, all that work he's doing. Perkins is able to stay with him and zone behind it. Good job by Vance Joseph having the defenders where they need to be, just nobody open.
Chip shot field goal, 25 yards for Harrison Butker. And now you got a fake here. And do they pick up the first is the question. Because they run a fake, and it looked like Tommy Townsend, who's the holder, comes up with it. Denver says it's our ball. Hockey League trying to unpile everybody here.
And I think the winger on the left, Noah Gray, gets
on the field
behind the center.
Is that the runner was short of the line to gain. It's a turnover on downs. 1st down, Denver.
So they run a fake, it doesn't work. Here it is again.
Yeah, Noah Gray gets in there to try to get the snap. See the punter pushing and the push. Everybody's trying to get him across that line. But Denver's defense, man, ready, gets another stop. So Noah Gray is the left up back. He's going to actually get under center. And then you see the holder come in. The Townsend, he's trying to help out. The backup left tackle, Morris, they're putting as much size as they can. That's equivalent to what you see Philly and all these teams doing with a sneak. I don't know how often they practice that play. They got a little bit of a push, but again, now we got to give Denver a lot of credit.
Yeah, it looked like they were ready for it, the way they were lined up.
Think about those 3 drives and where they've started. Average about their own 42, and they got 3 points.
Special teams coach, you said Dave Toll, one of the best in the league, but that time it did not work for his group. So Denver starting deep in their own territory. That's Williams. Kansas City now 3 possessions with the drives ending at the 17 field goal, 15 interception, and the 5 on downs. So Andy Reid's team picking up a lot of yardage, but only 3 points so far. 2nd down and 8. Can Denver get anything going offensively now? Broncos have run 18 plays for 73 yards. 4 per play. McLaughlin is the back. Wilson throws a dart. Dangerous, but caught. Greg Dulcich, who just got activated, making the grab right there. 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
Dana does a good job of getting into his face, not letting him get outside. He's trying to force his ball in. Boy, I really thought McDuffie came close to jumping that. Russell Wilson just getting it in to Dulcich.
Wilson 5 out of 6, but for 17 yards. Spread them all out. And the fullback Burton wide to the left. Pass is tipped and incomplete. George Karlaftis, number 56. Bats it. 4th down.
Initially show pressure up the middle with Bolton, and he ends up dropping out, and then the pressure comes from here. Ball's out quickly. They're anticipating with Spags on the other side. You know you're going to get some kind of look. Karlaftis, very athletic edge player. Good job of getting his hand up.
KC 34 passes knocked down to the line of scrimmage over the last 2 years, most in the league. Dixon's punt, a good one, dropped, and then recovered at the 38-yard line by Montrell Washington. So 6.5 to go in the half. Weird one. 3-0 Kansas City, 52-yard boot.
If it's us versus them, who you think gon' win? If it's us versus them, who you think gon' win? If it's us versus them, who you think gon' win?
Taking a look at our Thursday night spotlight presented by Burger King, and it's been a good start for Travis Kelce. Just the chemistry between he and Patrick Mahomes always on display. Often when he starts to step up or move around, what's so impressive is how Kelce just looks around, finds leverage, and goes the other way and finds a soft spot. So often we see 15 to 87, 5 targets on the night, 5 catches, 77 yards, but yet to get it into the end zone.
So now Mahomes and company go to work. 141 total yards, but only 3 points. Stepping up, fires. Kelce again. He's unstoppable to the 50-yard line. He goes. Another first down, 6 catches. He already has 89 receiving yards.
I think the biggest concern that Vance Joseph's had tonight is his linebackers are very good against the run, but there's a lot of space, and an area that you knew Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes would want to attack is in that area right in front of the safeties and between those linebackers, just finding the soft spot. They've been able to do that. 89 yards. The receivers only 26 yards collectively.
How do you think the ankles hold them up? Noah Gray. He makes that grab there. 2nd and 4.
I think when you're here in Kansas City for a couple days and you prep for get ready, all you're hearing about, Al, you even brought it in the open, is what's going on with the receivers. You know, we know about Kelce and you know about Mahomes. We know about Pacheco in the run game, but are the receivers going to be okay? And it seems like ever since Tyreek Hill left, that was the question. It drove them and motivated them to a Super Bowl championship a year ago. Mahomes is very confident that his group eventually will get it.
Little flip here, Pacheco. And he takes it inside the 30-yard line. Little lateral there, a rush for 15 yards. And for Pacheco now, he's carried 8 times for 41 yards, 5 per tote.
Yeah, they bring some pressure, and they just get right outside of it. Great time to call that. Just a quick sweep ball to the perimeter as quickly as you can. And Pacheco, he has room to work and gets downhill. He is very, very gifted and tough to bring down.
Play action from the 28. Caught, juggled, holds on. Kelce again. Surtain is there. And at a certain point, how do you stop him? How do you stop him?
Well, you put Surtain on him, right? That's how you stop him. Here's the corner, your best cover guy, one of the best in the league. And they said, forget these receivers. Let's put 2 on 87. He'll take care of it. Better coverage, but a good job of running away from it. Look at the location of the football out in front where the big man can bring that one in.
Taylor Swift watching him have another hell of a night already. 109 receiving yards. 1st and goal from the 9. Mahomes buys time and then just throws that one halfway to Independence. 2nd and goal.
Up to this point, they've been able to move the ball pretty quickly. But as you said, Al, the last time they were down in this area, 3 times down in the red zone and just the 3 points. Vance Joseph tightening things up. Windows, obviously, anytime you get down here, they get tighter. But Kelce off to the right. Can anybody else make a play here and get separation and find a soft spot in the zone?
2nd down and goal. On the ground, finding some room. Good tough running. Isaiah Pacheco angry with the ground. Takes it to the 3-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
Tooney came around and took out Jonathan Cooper there, opened it up nicely, got up underneath that block. If the passing game is not in rhythm down here, it's the good thing about the Chiefs. They can turn to that line, the interior, and Pacheco run the football.
Kelsey slot left. He is phenomenal in the red zone. They go the other way, caught for a touchdown. Kadarius Toney into the end zone, so they finally break through. 7 plays, 62 yards in 3:22.
Valdez-Scantling does a good job of just kind of getting in the way of the slot corner McMillan. Just kind of slows his route down, creates just enough of a pick there to get him out to the edge. And with relative ease, Mahomes finally is able to get the touchdown here.
Tony's first touchdown of the season. Meanwhile, a flag before the snap.
False start. Offense number 65. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's still the try.
Oh, Tony was the guy. Giants had such high hopes for him. 1st-round pick in 2021, and they said, "Oh, we've kind of seen enough at this point."
Well, he had the knee surgery in July that slowed him down. He's had a sprained toe that slowed him down, but they really hope as he gets healthy, he can be a difference maker for him.
So a 38-yard extra point into the crosswind. No problem there. 3:06 remaining in the first half. And the Kansas City Chiefs now lead the Broncos 10-0 at Arrowhead. Well, when you see that sign, even though the T needs a little bit more electricity, you know you're in Kansas City. Meanwhile, we'll go from here to New Orleans next Thursday night. It means we'll see Derek Carr. We'll see Trevor Lawrence as the Jacksonville Jaguars go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Jaguars had a pretty nice time of it in the United Kingdom, didn't they?
Turned their season around.
Absolutely. Next Thursday night. Butker's kick. Another touchback. And we'll see what Wilson can get. Something, if anything, he's 5 of 7 for 17 yards.
Well, the first drive, like we've seen most of this year, the scripted start with Sean Payton, 9 plays, held the ball over 5 minutes. The last 3 drives, just 3 plays and out. Started at their own 25, their own 7, and their own 5. This is an important opportunity to try to answer for this offense.
Yeah, Kansas City's going to get the ball to start the second half. Rolling right, knocked down. Boy, no chance on that one. George Karlaftis right there. Easy knockdown. Another one. We're talking about Kansas City over the past couple of years, leading the league by a lot in passes knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
You know, he's not coming up with a ton of sacks, but he's doing a really good job in his second year of getting more pressures. This time, again, not able to get the pressure, but keep in mind, Russell Wilson listed at 5'11", maybe 5'10". And the big focus points that this defense had with Chris Jones and Karlaftis is getting hands up and batting balls down.
And it's 9 knockdowns for Karlaftis in a year and a half. And to the 31 and a little bit more as he gets shoved out to the 34-yard line goes Williams. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
And Williams had the ACL week 4 last year, so just about a year ago. He's had a quad that held him out week 4. You'd see the downs, the interception, a couple punts.
Third down 2. Bronx to a 5 on 3rd down. 2:20 to the half. McLaughlin is the back. Wilson rolls out. Looking to run, can't. 30-yard line right there. Drew Tranquil trips him up. 4th down.
Now, he tried to secure the edge, but they take away a potential receiver. They go tackle over, bring the left tackle over here.
Warning.
And by doing that, you're going to protect the quarterback. You're worried about Karlaftis. But the problem is you only have 2 receivers, and they are locked down. Nothing that Russell Wilson could do. No one open.
All right, 2-minute warning. 10-0 Kansas City. Tony Gonzalez up on the Ring of Honor. We're going to see him along with Carissa and the gang. There they are. She's wrangled the troops. Halftime. Get Tony to weigh in on Kelsey. Riley Dixon, meanwhile, sends this punch skyward, bounds around, and rolls to a stop at about the 18 with 149. And we'll be back, as that sign just said, in 30 seconds. Kansas City 149 and all 3 timeouts, which is an eternity. Start from the 19. Dart. McKinnon makes the catch, stumbles, and down he goes, just shy of the 25-yard line.
It's a good job by Alex Singleton. You got to be able to make plays in space against this scheme. If you don't come up with that tackle, that's easily a 1st down. He's probably out of bounds.
2nd and 5. Deep downfield, double coverage and picked off at the 35-yard line. Kareem Jackson flagged down, and Jackson to about midfield. And here comes Hockley to check out the penalty. The initial indication is against Denver.
Pass interference, defense number 27. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic, 1st down.
That's Damari Mathis, and there goes the pick.
Yeah, Mathis just grabs onto the jersey of Sky Moore. Sky Moore will make a move to the post to our right. And once he gets a step on him, the way he catches up, he grabs the jersey, grabs his chest. And that's why the ball is intercepted by Denver.
It's a 24-yard penalty. And that's knocked away. That's Mathis right there trying to atone for what he just did. Bats it down, 2nd and 10.
Pat Surtain's on the other side. Whoever the corner is on the other side is going to be tested a lot. Look at his eyes. Great job. A lot of balls coming his way. Mahomes wants to go after 27 in white, and this time he was ready for it. Good job of jumping that, driving down on the ball.
Second and 10. Deep drop. McKinnon, he drops it too to make it 3rd down and 10. So Mahomes so far 14 to 21 for 156. Of those 156, 109 in the pocket of Kelsey.
And I think this is a part of the offense that people are interested in seeing growing. Where they are today versus where they'll be in November, December, January is very different. They're still developing with these receivers, but in a 2-minute drill, Kelsey can't make every play. McKinnon can't make every play. You need Tony and Rice and others to step up here.
Third and 10. Secondary doing its job, and he has to just throw it away. That time, Jonathan Cooper put the pressure on. We got another flag down.
Yeah, left tackle Smith on a hold. They'll decline that.
Yep.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Holding, number 79. This penalty is declined. Intentional grounding, number 15. He was out of the pocket, but the ball did not reach the line of scrimmage. This is a loss of down at that spot. It's 4th down.
So it's 4th down, and the penalty is going to move the ball somewhere inside the 35-yard line.
He's well outside of the pocket, but he's considerably short of the line of scrimmage. I mean, he's maybe 8 yards short of the line of scrimmage. So again, the right call was made. Frustration there from Mahomes, just cannot quite find it yet with the rhythm with the receivers.
Took only 48 seconds on that drive, so there's 61 seconds left. Denver, for what it's worth, has 2 timeouts. Townsend's punt is a massive boot to the 6-yard line. Caught there, getting around the outside. Mims, who's got a ton of speed, he gets bumped out at around the 25-yard line. So that kick is 62 yards of the 19-yard run back, and we return in 30 seconds. All right, so can Wilson get something started? 5 of 8, 17 yards. You know, the problem in Denver, everyone's saying, well, Wilson's not really the issue right now. It's the defense. You got to give that defense. The defense
lights out. Yeah.
Despite Kelsey having a Pro Bowl first half, they've been able to hold him so often. They do here. They get the ball back. 47 seconds left. Little screen here is set up. Nice run here, and then P-Ryan steps out of bounds to stop the clock behind a Lloyd Cushenberry block. Big gain there, 15 yards, first down at the 39.
Sean Payton offense is always known for screens and calling them at the right time here just to kind of get things started with pressure from the Chiefs front. Good job of getting it out to P-Ryan, who comes in as that receiving running back.
Jam it into Sutton. You got Jalen Watson covering on the play, second down and 10.
We keep talking about the Chiefs trying to build chemistry with what they're doing with Mahomes and growing. I think the same thing could be said with what we're seeing in this offense with Russell Wilson and these receivers. I mean, you need separation. You need some kind of help. It's a good job of Watson coming around and not interfering, but tight coverage.
Wilson to the outside, having to go down is Cortland Sutton to make the grab there. Clock is still running. They've got 2 timeouts. And they finally take one here after
timeout Denver.
They wasted
their
a few
second of the half.
Seconds.
30-second timeout.
27 seconds.
The game clock
Halloween Prime Video.
Seconds. Thank you.
Has hit movies that are so scary, it's funny. I want you to know that, Kurt. Watch new movies like Totally Killer in one app with one password. Find your Halloween happy place on Prime Video. You know what Halloween means to me? Candy corn.
I see that.
Yeah, it's right here.
You went with a mix there.
Absolutely. Clark Hunt, Lamar Hunt's son, who took over. Done a great job in this organization, one of the classiest in sports, and of course on the field, they've been fantastic. A couple of Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl appearances in the last 4 years. Trying to make it 4 out of 5. 3rd and 5.
Jerry Jeudy, 2 receptions, 1 yard.
Wilson, sack. Chris Jones, I was just starting to say, Jones has had a quiet night until now. So it's 4th down. Chris Jones, one of the best. A ton of sacks for a guy who plays inside. 8 straight games now with a sack.
I love when he answered a question about who he lines up on 3rd down. He said he goes through, looks at the height, the weight, what year they are, and he'll move inside, he'll move outside. They just let him do his thing. Spags said on 3rd down, I have no idea where he's going to line up. He just kind of freelances, and that time wanted to go up against McGlinchey and gets home.
How's this for a milestone? Russell Wilson, the 500th time he's been sacked. So Jones provides that milestone. He has the record, 11 straight games with a sack a couple of years ago, and now he's got another string going. Now you got a punt here that they let bounce, and Mahomes has 15 seconds, which is enough for something.
Yeah. As long as 87 and Red's going out there, they got a shot to get in field goal range. You bring up a great point about Vance Joseph and his defense. It feels like it's 28-0.
It does.
I mean, and it's 10. And they've been deep in Denver territory most of this night, and just the only
Illegal
one touchdown.
touching of the kick by the kicking team, number 37, was out of bounds and was the first to touch the ball. This 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. It's first down.
Ooh, that moves Mahomes even closer now.
Yep. It was the rookie Riley Moss.
Clearly out.
And even right there, he stepped out on his own.
So 39-yard line. Mahomes. They've got a timeout if they need it. They got all 3. So they can't stop the clock. Catch is made here. 45-yard line. McMillan stops McKinnon. 10 seconds and timeout. So you're right. I mean, you summed it up perfectly. This game could be a 4-score game. Denver's defense has done the job. The offense can't get anything going tonight.
No. And the way it started, again, if you're a Denver fan, you know that there's been a lot of that happening this year with the script. Everybody makes a big deal out of Sean Payton's scripts and how well they seem to execute. We saw it again tonight with that first series. Took over 5.5 minutes on the clock. By the way, they were running the ball at about 6 yards a clip on that first drive, and since then they have been shut down completely. They're going up against, by the way, really good defense tonight.
Chiefs will get the ball to start the second half. Mahomes to the 42-yard line. Now he's going to take that timeout. He gets hit there by McMillan. And Butker and his gang ready to come back out. So at this point, you're looking at about a 60-yard field goal.
Mahomes talking to the secondary from Denver. I don't think he appreciated that hit.
Neither did the crowd.
Watch him as he starts to go down here. He takes a hit right there from McMillan. See him, in fact, get up right away and just kind of look at the ref like, what's going on here?
Crowd wanted a flag. So here's a 60-yard field goal attempt into a wind it's a swirling wind. I mean, there's no prevailing wind inside most stadiums. Same situation here. You get the flags going in every direction.
A 61-yard attempt.
Butker hit a 62-yarder here last year. That was his career long. Tommy Townsend to put it down. And Butker's kick is good. And good by plenty. Whoa. Tain't easy, McGee, in this breeze.
This is the end of the
13-zip. Coming up after the break, State Farm halftime show with Carissa and the gang from Kansas City.
Welcome to the State Farm halftime show. We got the whole gang here. Patrick, Andy, Travis, and Taylor. Gang's all here. Kansas City got it going late in the second quarter and leads 13-0 at the half after that Harrison Butker 60-yard field goal as time expired. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Carissa Thompson alongside Tony Gonzalez, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Andrew Whitworth, and Richard Sherman. So Kansas City moved the ball well, but got stalled in the red zone a few times. Fitz, they finally were able to get it going there. What did you see?
Yeah, I think they just gave them enough opportunities there to get in there. But, you know, early on, they got stuffed with the fake punt tush push. We had the Patrick Mahomes interception. But if you give these guys that many opportunities, it's the efficiency of this offense. The big plays have kind of gone by the wayside, but this is what they do. Travis Kelce had a great first half. And again, it's just it's on display, their chemistry and what they do. This here was a dime. This was the best throw of the first half. Unbelievable play. And then it's just easy right here to Tony on the quick out. But if you give Patrick Mahomes enough chances at it, they're obviously going to put points on the board.
Yeah, he got a chance to put points on the board, but you got to give credit to this Denver defense. We talked about how they've been struggling game after game, week after week. They are playing inspired football today. You see them getting pressure. They've been fourth to last in pressure rate all season. But this guy, he's a foundational guy. Patrick Surtain, one of the best corners in the National Football League. regardless of how it's going, he's going to be there. He's strapping. This is one of the reasons this defense is playing so well. He's always in phase. He's always where he's supposed to be. He's playing Travis Kelce well. He's playing all these receivers, and he's getting involved in the run game. He's finding different ways to impact the game. He's one of the best players on this team, and regardless of circumstance, he's going to be there. His name isn't on the trade block, and it's great to see him playing well.
This team gives up 37 points a game on average, so they got to be happy with the fact that they've limited them to 13 points. On the other side of the ball, Whit, you know, this is the first time that the Broncos have been held scoreless in the first half of the game. What does Russell Wilson need to get things going?
Well, I mean, look at his play in the first half. I mean, not really anything to get too excited about. I mean, we talked about it in the pregame. I mean, we want to see him make a play, bring a spark to this offense. You start off here early. Sean Payton is trying to get him moving out of the pocket. This is right before the half. Just nothing there. Get him using his feet, looking down the field. And in this one, 4th down, like throw it down the field. Let's make a play. Let's try to do something. You see Mahomes doing it constantly on the other side. And then here they try to run play action. They were running it really well in the first half at the beginning. And he just throws it to Nick Bolton, who did a great job dropping in coverage in front of that receiver. But to me, look, 7 for 11 for 37 yards, no offense whatsoever. This must be different than the Jamar Chase 7-11 that's always open. This one's always closed. Because right now, they're not playing well on offense.
I like that. You know who else is always open? Travis Kelce. This guy's had a first half over 100 receiving yards. You're going to win your DraftKings over in that one. Tony, take us through it in this highlight bundle, what you've seen from him in the first half.
Yeah, well, you talked about how he's always open, and there's a reason for that. You're going to watch these first 2 plays right here. He's going to the middle of the field, and this is just a Y option. I used to love this, but it's either sit in, sit out, or run to the right or run to the left. And you can see it right here again. Just go there to the middle and sit, and I'll turn around and I'll find you. You give Patrick Mahomes that type of time with a great player like Travis Kelce, they will get open every single time. If you don't double team him or 3 guys on him, that is always going to work. That's why these guys there are the 2 best combo guys. Jerry Rice, Joe Montana. They're right up there with that type of combo.
Yep.
Unstoppable.
All right, well, coming up after TNF Nightcap, Metro Boomin takes the stage in Los Angeles for Amazon Music Live. And he's bringing his friend Offset with him to play some songs from Offset's new album, Set It Off, releasing tonight on Amazon Music. Make sure to tune in and see them both. Stay with us. More from the half.
Prime Stories Now is brought to you by Verizon Business, the official private wireless network of NFL coach-to-coach communications.
It's going to be a hard-fought battle. Both teams are going to give everything they have. Going into a tough environment, the ref will be loud. I would say it's a must-win. It's going to turn into a brawl.
Peyton, Andy Reid ready to match wits on Thursday Night Football. Intercepted. Nick Bolton flings it, and it's picked off at the goal line. Simmons. He throws, caught. First down. Who else? Kelce. He's unstoppable. Taylor Swift watching him have another hell of a night. Caught for a touchdown. Tony. Back at Arrowhead Stadium, Al Michaels with Kirk Herbstreit, Kaylee Hartung, 13-0 is our halftime score. Kansas City to get the ball. A couple of prime stories. 6th game with 100 or more receiving yards against Denver. Tied for the most all-time. Lance Alworth, Hall of Famer. Don Maynard, Tim Brown. The others, 24 net passing yards used by Denver at the half since 2020. That was the year against the Saints when all 3 quarterbacks had COVID. And I don't know how in the world they even played the game to begin with. First half shutouts and 2 straight home games for KC. First time since the late 90s. So, let's see what happens at the outset here. If Denver can get anything going offensively. The defense has done a pretty good job, all things considered, holding KC to 13 points. The last 3 on a 60-yard field goal attempt. And Mahomes and company to the 25. We go to Kaylee.
Well, Al, Sean Payton came here well aware his team has not played well in the 3rd quarter. He said, now is the time. We have got to start. He said, prepare for this offense to open it up a little bit. He showed me his call sheet, and that thing was marked up top to bottom. The Chiefs defense is going to keep making it tough on him, though. Andy Reid told me he likes the pressure his guys have been bringing up front, and he wants them to keep on bringing it. As the Chiefs get the ball back here, you remember they started 0-3 in the red zone. Andy Reid said, I just goofed it. I'll take all that as my call.
All right. One of the rare times that Andy will take the blame there. He'll take the blame, but it's not his fault.
Well, usually there isn't any blame to take, right? I mean, they're so successful. But I do find that very, very unusual and comforting that why this team is where they are. When Andy Reid will fall on a sword. Mahomes, everybody wants to ask about the receivers. He's like, I got to be better. I think a big part of the culture of their most well-known brands, always deflecting the attention and accepting the blame.
2nd and 4, catch is made, first down is made. Pacheco. It's so funny, Kirk, because you've got a couple of teams, Kansas City and Philadelphia. Philadelphia undefeated, Kansas City 4-1, and the guys said, you know, we can play so much better. Well, yeah, I guess, but
right.
5-0 and 4-1 are pretty good.
Yeah, it's not a bad start, but I think you could see this Kansas City. Can't you envision them where they're going to be? You get around Thanksgiving into December, into January. Once these receivers and Mahomes get in sync and get more reps together, it's just a matter of time.
They keep 87 healthy. Pacheco. Got a 3-yard gain. Alex Singleton making the tackle there. There is Kelce. So tonight he's been targeted 7 times. He's caught 7. 109 yards, and the long gainer was that 40-yarder down the right sideline.
Let's see if we get one of those Travis routes, they call them. I love that. It's basically like you and 15 to go figure it out, all right?
Yeah, oh, sure. See if we can get open by 10 yards. 2nd and 8. Looks one way, comes the other. Flips it out here. Edwards-Helaire, and he has room enough so he picks up the first down before he bumped out by Josie Jewell.
This is great. I'm watching him on his route, and I said, let's see if he figures out nonchalantly how to get open. So instead of figuring out where to get open, he tells Mahomes where to go with the football. He basically just says that I don't have the leverage. This isn't going to work out for me. Watch what he does here out at the top of his route. He's waiting for the defense, reading the linebackers, and then he puts his right arm like, no, let's go out here. Give him an assist there for that completion in first.
That's what guys do on the street. Kelce, catch number 8 to the 40-yard line. Singleton making the tackle there. $100 or more receiving yards, single team. You got Kelce now against the Raiders 6 times, against the Broncos 6 times. Hopkins against the Titans 7 times. Soft throw, caught, stays in bounds, close to a first. Sky Moore broke away from Surtain.
Well, this is an RPO, which they run a lot of. It just kind of a tag, a run play. And if he sees soft coverage, he's going to get the ball out. It's rare to see him go towards Surtain, but with Surtain sinking in coverage and 8 to 10 yards off the ball, he figures with his accuracy, he's going to be able to take that pretty quickly, gets the ball out there, and gives Moore a chance to make Surtain miss. And again, another first down.
Little action here. Flip back. Thrown into double coverage intended for McKinnon. No good. Tony was there, so a little razzle-dazzle. But to no avail. Not quite as designed perfect. It wasn't quite executed perfectly. The design was fine.
I love when we brought up to Andy Reid and you said to him, hey, how do you keep just calling these plays? And he said, he kind of winked at us. I may have one for you guys Thursday night. He just hands it off there to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who's lined up as a fullback. I thought Kelce might be, or I thought Mahomes might be going out for a pass there.
That may happen sooner than later. That's caught. Rashee Rice, and the rookie will set up a first down and goal. McMillan stops him inside the 10-yard line. So twice they've gone to the rookie. He's caught 2 for 30 yards now.
I'm telling you, this is going to be the guy. This is the guy that I think is going to emerge and get better and better because he is very physical. He's got great ability after the catch. We know that about Kadarius Toney, but as fans watch 4 play more and more, the rookie out of SMU, you're going to see his ability, good shake at the beginning of that route to pull away from McMillan.
Caught a TD opening night against Detroit. In a KC victory, stopped at the line of scrimmage this time. Benito is right there. No gain on the play for Edwards-Helaire. Second down and goal.
Vance Joseph, his defense has done a really good job tonight in the red zone. They've not given up a ton of points to one touchdown, but came up with a pick and forced some field goals. 1 of 4 so far for Kansas City with touchdowns.
Pacheco. Run out, slung out. Crowd wants a flag. Josie Jewell is there. Close. You can see the frustration, though, too. Jewell just slings him out of bounds.
It's all one motion. Still looked like be in bounds when he initially had contact there, and then he just finishes it. I think it's a follow through through the ear of the fans, but that's just an extension of their run game. Putting Pacheco out there, 3 receivers in front of him to block.
Went up a little at the end like WWE. 3rd down and goal. Mahomes against the grain. Much too long. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, first time he's been targeted tonight, 4th down. So they hold again to no more than a field goal attempt.
Al, you're going to love this because your guy got open again. Now remember, Mahomes is running for his life, but watch what he does. He says, okay, you got me covered. No problem. I'll just go back here. Look, he's open in the back of the end zone. I just love how he never gives up on a play and always trusts that Mahomes, with his creativity, is going to eventually find him. And there he is right back there. Looks like Mahomes is looking at him.
You're talking about clearly one of the best tight ends in history. I know we've had a whole bunch of them, but boy, this guy, crazy. Butker. Tacks on 3, 9:16 to go, 3rd quarter. 16-0 Chiefs. Well, everything in moderation, but here's another shot of Taylor Swift. If you bet the under, you're still.
I think you're still in play, right?
You're doing well. Kelsey's father, of course. She got those tickets on StubHub.
And you know, how many times the over/under probably is established on how many times he makes a play, don't you think?
Right, yeah.
I mean, he's having a big night.
He has been the star of the show tonight.
And I really think as much as Mahomes and Kelsey get the attention, I think the difference as this season goes on is going to potentially be this Kansas City defense. You know, we can talk all we want about Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, what's going on, why aren't they playing better? They've come into a tough environment. They're going up against a defense that is feeling good about themselves. Many of these guys in their 2nd year. Of course, we know all about what Chris Jones can do, a guy that's been around for a number of years, 8 years in fact. But Spags has a group that is playing fast, dialed in, and really playing with tremendous discipline.
Russell Wilson hands the ball off here. And undrafted rookie McLaughlin in 5.
Keep in mind, I mean, I know it feels like a lot more, but it's still a 2-possession game, technically. See the halftime adjustments, first possession they've had here to get things going in this 2nd half. A problem spot for them has been the 3rd quarter. He told us this week, I may stripped out a few plays here to start the 2nd half. I'd go back to that running game. The screen worked for them at the end of the 1st half. But they're averaging over 6 yards a carry running the football, especially with Javonte Williams.
P. Ryan is now the back. Pass down the left sideline, adjusting, but it's incomplete. Flag is thrown because you got Jalen Watson making contact with Courtland Sutton. And that'll take the ball to midfield.
It looked like he grabbed onto that arm.
Pass interference, defense number 35. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic, 1st down.
You lose the football in the air, and it's a back shoulder where the receiver is going to work his way back to the football, and you're lost. You're in no man's land. You're either going to give up the reception or you're going to get pass interference, move the ball all the way to the 46-yard line.
8.5 left in the 3rd. McLaughlin. Nothing happening there. Derek 91 gets credit for that tackle. 2nd and 9.
One of the best things that I think this front does is their ability to get off of blocks against the run. Dana gets overlooked, 51, but when we talked with Spags this week, that was one of the first things he brought up. You know, we're talking about Jones and, hey, how about the improvement of Karlaftis? He said, hey, make sure you talk about 51. This guy's been the unsung hero of this defensive front.
Knocked down a couple tonight. Little flip here. McLaughlin. And he gets taken down just shy of the first down. 3rd and a couple. Justin Reed in on the tackle.
There's that slip screen. Get the ball out. Give him a little bit of space to work with. He's so sudden. Has some power, surprising power for his size. I love that Sean Payton brought up to him guys that he's worked with in the past. You know, a guy like Darren Sproles. Guys that can be a part of that screen game. Get tough physical yards. It's not just about his speed. Remember, they've been in these 3rd and shorts and not run the football.
Javonte Williams flanking Wilson. Has it. And bulls ahead. 40-yard line for a first down. Following Ben Powers picking up as a free agent from Baltimore.
Yeah, when in doubt, just get behind the big left guard who's going to pull around. You know, they've been throwing the football a lot. Nobody's been open on these 3rd and shorts. Good tight coverage. This time they rely on that offensive line. The line, I don't know who thought you would see this coming into tonight, but this line is holding their own in this running game. Still early enough in this game, 6.5 to go in a 2-possession game. You don't want to leave that and abandon the ability to control the line and run the football.
Wilson in the pocket, fires. Judy makes the catch. And that gains 12 on a first down. Jerry Judy pulling it in. So the Broncos on the march right now. Drive started back at their own 25.
Vintage Sean Payton, that they move him around. He motioned from the left, came back to the right, actually ends up back here in the backfield. And then you're going to slip him behind. You get him matched up against the backer. That's a favorable matchup.
Picked up the pace here. Go no huddle. Pressure. Tip. In the air. Intercepted. The Chiefs do it again. Bat one at the line of scrimmage. Willie Gay batted it. Justin Reed intercepted it. And they turn it over. 16-0. 5.5 to go in the 3rd.
Well, as Denver moves the football into plus territory, you're going to see Spags dial it up. And I think one of the things that's interesting is Russell Wilson looks to the right. He sees McDuffie coming up. So he goes up to the line and he says, let's move the protection this way. Keep in mind, here's where the pressure's coming along with that pressure. They both come off the edge. He slides it to the right and empty. There's 7 guys coming. They're in 0 coverage. And he gets the tip there by Gay and the interception again by this Kansas City defense.
And now Mahomes, that deep drop, finds the man underneath. Caught there on the outside by Noah Gray, the number 2 tight end. 2nd down.
Got to be frustrated because, you know, again, they're putting a drive together. It looked very similar to what the opening drive looked like. Moving the ball, getting into plus territory, and then Spags with a change up there goes to bringing the edge pressure. He's empty. He didn't have a back. He didn't have a tight end. Only 5 offensive linemen to take care of him. Just not enough.
2nd down, 9. 4-man rush. Mahomes spinning away. The ballet move. Look out from behind. Get him down. That's number 0, Jonathan Cooper. 3rd-year man out of your alma mater, Ohio State. Another one of those 7th-round draft choices. It's amazing how many. I mean, you look at, well, Brock Purdy, of course, would be number 1.
Yeah.
7th round. Well, it's amazing. We do a game every week. There's somebody picked in that round.
I know that, or undrafted free agent. I mean, it is incredible to see. I think we all get excited for the draft, and you watch the first day, the second day, forget the third day, and you end up seeing a lot of guys not to just make rosters, but guys that are major contributors.
Third down 11. Mahomes dancing around, stepping up. He's going to run it. Can he get to the first down? Yes, he can. And out of bounds. Little move toward the end. They looked like he was going out, stayed in. Jerick McKinnon led the way. Then on a 3rd and 11, he picks up 15.
Well, he typically seems to save big moments to use his legs as a weapon. They've been doing a good job with safeties back, taking away things for the most part. He's got the underneath throw there to his right, but instead of throwing to McKinnon, he uses him as a blocker on Mathis. And he has such good instinct and field vision on those third downs.
12th time this year he has scrambled for a first down. 2-yard gain here into Bronco territory.
Teams fear his arm so much and his ability to improvise that they're almost forgetting about his legs. But the more you watch him over the years, third down and red zone, he doesn't do it a ton, but he picks his spots to pick up those first downs. And again, Russell just wants to try to get his hands back on the football, turn this thing around.
Second and 8. Flip it out here. Pacheco. Close to a first. Spotted a little short. Third down.
Let's go, boys.
So another one of those nice from Mahomes. The numbers, good. But we talked about it on the cold room this week. As you look at in the backfield now, the snap is going to be taken here in the backfield by Kadarius Toney. So they changed it up and it doesn't work. It was 3rd down and 1, and they do a little razzle-dazzle back of the playbook. You got Pacheco, you got Kelsey back there, you got Toney taking the snap, but Denver says you ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, he predetermined what to do in that zone read. He wanted to keep it, so that's a give. He wanted to keep it so badly that he forgot to read it properly. He hands that ball off, it's a first down, but instead he runs right into Benito, who he's reading.
Tommy Townsend the punt. Trying to deaden it inside the 5. Does. Perfect. Justin Watson downs it there. Little backspin on it. Denver pinned deep. Minute and a half to go. 3rd. 16-7. Time for tonight's journey, presented by Hyundai. Enjoy the ride. Russell hasn't enjoyed the ride too much tonight. 9 of 14, sacked 3 times, 500 sacks in his career. Mahomes, good night. 230 and a TD. And the night belongs to Kelsey. Came off with that sprained ankle in Minnesota. Frustrated, looked for all the world like, oh my, he's going to be gone for a while. Tonight, all he's done is catch 8 for 121. Denver, after the Townsend punch, down is pinned inside the 5-yard line, and forward progress for Williams will take it out to about the 2.5.
The runner's forward progress is stopped with the 3-yard line.
How good are these linebackers? Bolton, Tranquil, Willie Gay, and now Chanel, the young man out of Wisconsin. He can play so many different spots. Good job of recognizing, reading that, and then getting into the backfield. Just downhill, anticipating a run, and outnumbered that offensive line. Good job of that backside linebacker flowing.
2nd and 12. Final minute of the quarter. Wilson rolling, looking, keeping, and dives for the first down.
That's a heck of an effort there. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, this possession is critical for Sean Payton, and they're backed up deep in their own territory. Looks like he's going to get sacked or have to throw it away. How about the presence of mind by the vet to get the ball out of that right hand into the left hand, and then a little stiff arm there on the big linebacker. That's textbook.
Perfect. Got away from Bolton. Not easy. Going to run it again. Close to a first, and that's going to take us after we get the call on the penalty flag down. Tackled by Bolton. Sean Hockley.
There is no foul on the play. It's second down.
All right. All right, so it'll be second and very short when we come back as we move on to the fourth quarter. Wind the clock. They will in a second, I promise you. I wouldn't lie to you. You know that. Never lie to you. End of 3. Kansas City 16. Denver nothing. On to New Orleans next Thursday night. It'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence and the gang coming into town, taking on the Saints Thursday night on Prime. Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit, Kelly Hartung, Kansas City. Start the fourth, second down and 1 for the Broncos. Wilson off play action. Under pressure. Chase comes back the other way. Stops short of the first. Third down.
He's trying to change with this drive and the way this game has gone for Denver. They had a decent drive to open things up, that 9 plays, ate some clock, but ended up on downs. See the interceptions, see the 4 punts. Sean Payton trying to put a drive together with Russ. Meanwhile, going up against a veteran defensive coordinator that's got a defense that understands his scheme and playing with a great deal of confidence, not just tonight, but they have been all year.
Third and 1. Williams the back, bring in an extra lineman who's eligible. And he gets the first down. So Snead making the tackle there. For Sean Payton, this is his 16th year coaching, 15 with the Saints. It's his 264th game. Never been shut out.
Saying it's not going to happen tonight, right?
And you have 44 passing yards.
You're saying they're swimming upstream?
Oof. Into a tidal wave.
Russ has been scrambling on his drive, though. Been effective.
Under pressure, fires, reaching out, incomplete. It's under such pressure, he got rid of it in a hurry, and Sutton couldn't hold it in. Second and 10. And you got down there is Justin Reed. He'll need attention. Injury timeout as he begins to get up.
Here's a look at our next-gen stats powered by AWS. It's been a lot of Kelsey tonight when he's had chances to just kind of make plays in space, and that's it. What's one of his great qualities that he brings. 24 of his 25 routes against zone, all 8 receptions against zone. And again, we talk about being those Travis routes. When he feels leverage, finds a soft spot, he and Patrick Mahomes have such great chemistry, and that's been on display tonight.
So second down and 10. Scoreboard telling everybody to get louder. And they comply. Second and 10.
He sees Bolton walked up here. That's why he's adjusting things. Even looks like Bolton's backing out. Tranquil now at the top's coming.
Everybody's coming. Knocked down again. They do it again. Another batted pass. Talked about it a couple of times tonight. That's 4.
Well, they're slant and moving. Drop here, shoot this way with Jones, who's so quick off the ball. And again, that emphasis against the shorter Russell Wilson. Just get your arms up and knock those balls down, those quick throws.
3rd and 10. Wilson going deep and off the fingertips that time of Brandon Johnson. Jalen Watson covering on the play. Brandon Johnson, first time they've thrown his way tonight. A guy who has 3 touchdown receptions this season.
Just a go route here. Trying to get a little separation there at the line of scrimmage. Tight coverage by Watson. And the best thing, well, that is textbook. The best thing he does there is read the eyes and anticipates the ball, gets his head turned around to locate it and knock it away.
Riley Dixon. 22. Washington hauls it in. Flag is thrown. He's got room. It's a good run back. And of course, everything is pending the infraction. That was a 51-yard boot, a 25-yard run back, but
holding by the kicking team, number 44. This 10-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. It's Kansas City's ball, first down.
We'll see that often. 16 zip. Kirk, it's an endangered species around this country. The bookstore. This is rainy day books. If you come to Kansas, this is where the top authors come and very often begin their book tour. Jimmy Carter, George W. Bush, Stephen King,
John Grisham.
You name it. Most people at least come here on their book tour, at least started here. You can even go there on a partly cloudy day.
Nice.
So much fun,
nice.
man. It really is. Rainy day books just across the border in Fairway, Kansas.
You have your book, you said?
Was there? Yep, you betcha. Meanwhile, while you were gone, I said how unusual it was to have the receiving team call for the penalty, and then Sean Hockley says, "No, I meant it was the receiving team, not the kicking team." So instead of the ball being in midfield, when we left you for the break at the end of the last segment, the ball is moved back. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was with you. I have not seen that called very often. I don't think Terry has either.
Meanwhile, I got my promo cards flying around here in the wind, but apart from that, there we go. 2nd and 7. Screen, Pacheco. First down, nice tackle made there by Singleton. We can tell you Amazon Music Live back midnight Eastern time with Metro Boomin' and our man hosted by 2 Chainz. Tune in right here on Prime Video when the game ends. Live music begins. Metro Boomin', ladies and gentlemen.
I fly out. You stick around for that show, don't you?
Damn right. Ball's at the 24. Pacheco avoids the first guy, but not the second. And Ronnie Perkins was there to slow him down. Tackle made. Back of the line, it'll be 2nd down and 11.
I know it's been a long night for Russ Wilson and Sean Payton, but this defense, you're playing the defending Super Bowl champs. You've held them 1 of 5 in the red zone. You created a turnover. You've done about everything you can to keep your team in this football game, to give them a shot. And it's not been a great year for this defense. They're 32nd almost every step, but tonight they've stepped up. Someone's going to have to make a play one more time on this side of the ball.
Second and 11, going deep, off the fingertips that time of Justin Watson. Out in front of Mathis, could not hold in, and he's hurt.
Timeout for injury.
Runs a great route, little out and up against Mathis, who they've been picking on and trying to go after. He does a really good job of pulling away from him. The ball is perfectly thrown, and he's just unable to come down with the ball. That's a huge gain. And then all his weight comes down on that right, it looks like that right arm.
Yeah. So they work on him. He's still down on the grass here with 10:43 to go in the fourth.
Thursday night football in the shop, having too much fun with my brothers P, my brothers Bron, little Dickie, Will, grabbing face masks, breathing too hard.
Quiet in the barbershop!
There's no quiet. That's Taylor. That's Taylor. Back to you, Al.
Oh, thank you, Maverick. Let's go in there for a trim, huh? Will Ferrell, one of the great characters. You got LeBron. Press down twice on your remote to join that group in the shop.
Will Ferrell was with his son's fraternity at SC.
Yep.
DJ last week. He's busy.
Huge hockey fan. I see him at the Kings games all the time.
Came full uni tonight, it looks like.
3rd and 11. Happy to report that Watson was able to walk off under his own power after the injury timeout. Here's McKinnon. And McKinnon able to slide through, pick up the first, still on the move. Flag is thrown. And McKinnon, for the moment, is going to take it to the 10-yard line. Surtain is able to run him down, but there's a flag all the way back.
I think Valtez Scantling, a push in the back. This is going to come all the way back, right around the 32-yard line.
So forget about all that. It was a 3rd and 11.
They've been hitting some screens. That one hit big, but it'll have to come back. Here's the push in the back. McMillan just trying to get to the football, and there's the block right there.
Ruling on the field is that the runner stepped out of bounds at the 35-yard line. During the play, personal foul, blindside block, offense number 29. The penalty will be half the distance to the goal. It's first down. Correction, it's a 15-yard penalty.
After all that, he steps out of bounds on top of it.
Correction, the blindside block was number 11. It's third down.
Yeah, we've had a few corrections already, but so that was the blindside block there. We talked about that. On top of it, he steps out of bounds.
Right there.
So the rest of it all for naught. You get a whole bunch of nothing, and the next thing you know, you got a 3rd and 26. I love the way the crowd boos. I mean, you can see it on the big screen here. Can do no wrong. If you're the home team. 3rd and 17. Not 26 now. You got a little pass that's low but scooped up, and then a little short of the first down. Rasheed Rice, the rookie who scored before, or at least in the 23-yard reception before. Got into the end zone on opening day. Crowd doesn't want. Crowd's still booing, but it's 4th down.
But he doesn't pick up the first down, but you get a glimpse of what Rice can do after the catch. I mean, the acceleration. I thought maybe Pacheco was lined up there. He was moving so quickly. So, again, giving Chiefs fans a glimpse of what is to come later in the year for this rookie.
Tommy Townsend. Wobbly kick, short. Fielded here. Mims takes it to the 40-yard line.
Well, everybody's going to look at Russell Wilson. They're going to talk about, man, what's going on, why we're putting up some big yards through the air. But you really watch the film, you'll see it's been tight coverage with Snead and company downfield. Trent McDuffie doing a good job. Spags puts these guys on islands. Ask them to hold up. Joshua Williams is held up when he's had his chances in his second year. Jalen Watson. So a great job on the back end. And again, I think that's really the difference in this defense. Williams in his second year, Watson in his second, Cook, the safety 6, Reed in his second year in the system, coming over from Houston last year. McDuffie in his second year, first rounder out of Washington. So all these guys really locked in and following their instincts, not thinking about scheme anymore.
And Wilson's been limited to 57 yards on 17 attempts tonight. Going deep, finally is able to connect on a deep throw to Cortland Sutton. So he had 57 yards before that and picks up 23 there.
Yeah, you had two defenders in the left flat. There's the corner, Williams. You also have a linebacker, Gay, that ends up sinking. They have two guys in the background up on tight underneath coverage. It's one of the few mistakes we've seen from Kansas City. So it opened up an easy throwing window over the top of that coverage to Sutton.
Williams for 6. 8:40 left in the fourth.
It's nice to see Russell Wilson stretch this defense and finally have an open receiver. I really thought coming into tonight, the way Russell Wilson's been playing in this Sean Payton offense, his greatest strength his whole career is that vertical shot, those go balls outside of the numbers. And Kansas City has completely taken that away tonight.
2nd down 5. Chased by Jones. Wilson out of bounds, takes a shot at the very end from Justin Reed. But legal. 1st down.
Great job again. He looks like he has a chance of Chris Jones, who's going to come in and get right into his face right there. Then he just able to shake him. Then eyes downfield. Sees Chanel, follows the running back Williams downfield. So again, this is what he's done a lot of this year. And a close, that being a late hit there out of bounds by Reed, but a no call.
Over the fullback Burton. Williams the running back. Williams runs into the waiting arms of one Chris Jones.
The big fella, hands, he has great length. We always get excited to watch where's he going to bounce around when he's a pass rusher, but how quick is he? I mean, he's a defensive tackle at 6'6", and he's able to olay guards that try to come out at him. So it's not just always that burst off the line. I love to listen to him as a veteran talking about hand placement and reading guards and how much pressure they have on their hand.
Wilson to the outside. To the 22-yard line goes McLaughlin. Jones is also a bit of a gourmet, as we know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we met him a few years ago, and a gourmet meal for him was like at Mother Clucker's. He got rid of that. Now, he's telling us about, foie gras.
I mean, first thing you want to know is where's the best steakhouse. And
of course.
He's got a high bar.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, that place is okay. Last time I went, it wasn't the best. Very articulate with his
a regular Zagat's guide. Yeah, 3rd down and 5. Everybody coming. Jailbreak. Pass thrown. A little underthrown. Judy is there. Covering on the play is McDuffie. Flag is down. Mike Edwards came in from the safety spot to put the heat on. They sent everybody on that one.
And I think that's what it was, the
Personal
follow-through.
Roughing the passer. Defense number 21. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. It's 1st down.
Was Edwards.
Yeah. They brought Bolton. And again, they get pretty exotic right here. He's able to shoot through the gap. And again, I think love to bring Terry in here. It's not the hit, but is it the follow through there, Terry? Is that the call?
It looks like towards the end he might land with all his body weight.
Yeah.
On the quarterback. It's right on the edge, and they're generally going to call that when he does do something like that. He needs to brace himself or get to the side.
Yeah, you saw Andy. That was the right on the edge response to it. Yeah. P. Ryan is the back. Can't get a 1st down without a touchdown from the 11. Wilson in the corner of the end zone. Cortland Sutton looking around, saying, hey, wait a second.
Now it's going to come down to his left foot, or his right foot, the near foot. Watch his right foot and see if he has possession. Right foot down. He still has possession. Left foot down. Does he bobble the ball? Man, it looked like he possessed that, Terry. That looks like a touchdown to me.
Terry, weigh in.
It is. Actually, it's the knee that comes down. He gets control right there, and then the knee comes comes down inbounds, and he maintains control through contact with the ground. This is a touchdown.
Well, you got to have a challenge here, obviously, so the flag is out.
Denver is challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass.
Some play. Well. Let's see what happens when we come back. A two-point conversion would make it a one-possession game if the touchdown stands.
The receiver had full control of the ball when his right thigh hit the ground. It is a touchdown. He maintained control after he hit the ground.
Challenge successful.
Denver has not charged the timeout. They've used one challenge.
When we say if the touchdown stands, it's the way we saw it. I mean, it was called incomplete.
Please reset the game clock to 6:07.
But we could tell before we went to the break, it was a touchdown.
Yeah, as Terry mentioned with the knee, and the big thing is the ball was not, he was not juggling the football. He had clear possession of it when his knee touched down.
It's clearly a two-point try here. We're trying to make it an 8-point game. From the 2. Give it to William. And he goes for the conversion. So it's 6:07. Kansas City, so many opportunities inside the 20, but the Denver defense able to hold them except one time. And now all of a sudden it's 16-8.
Yeah, they got a chance. Great block right here, working on this double team. And then you get a block here, just opens up very, very nicely here. Good job by the center, Cushenberry. They're able to climb up to the backer, Willie Gay. And you always think about what kind of pass play will you come up with. But the way they have been able to control things for the most part up front, this run game has been something that they can rely on. And that time, with a lot on the line to make this a one-possession game, they're able to get a good push.
Yeah, I mean, they run the ball 23 times for 115. That's 5 yards per carry. Here's the roughing the passer.
Yeah, this is the big call. And I think what Terry said is right. I think always weight coming down on a quarterback. Ended up making the call, giving Denver that much more of an opportunity than Sutton with that great catch to get on the board.
Penalty was on Edwards. Mahomes goes to work from the 25. And Prime Video's most watched documentary of all time in the U.S., Kelsey, now streaming on Prime Video. Follow Jason, Travis, and the Kelsey family through the most epic year of their lives, culminating in the Super Bowl showdown for the ages. Great game, won by Kansas City over Philadelphia. Well, and of course, looking on is his, well, at the moment, his good buddy and girlfriend. Taylor Swift, he makes the catch here. It's a gain of 3. Alex Singleton, well, Kelsey now is still down and will hobble back to the sideline again, that ankle was injured. They called it, it's not a high ankle, they called it the regular low ankle sprain, but he's going to come hobbling off here at least for one play.
And that's the thing with ankles, you know, he's just trying to push off. Singleton's going to wrap up around that ankle. You know, and it's plays like this with the scar tissue that it just sets you back. You know, it's just always lingering.
2nd and 7. Blitz. Gets away as he normally does. Fakes a throw. It's bumped out of bounds. Pats Jonathan Cooper on the helmet. 3rd and a deuce. 3rd and 2.
I love when the quarterback's 4 yards downfield and does the pump fake.
Yeah, sure.
Defense will fall for it. See if Kelsey he's going to come back out on the field here. So good to see that he's feeling all right. And good for Kansas City considering it's 3rd down. 9 times out of 10, you're looking to get him the ball. He's off to the right of Mahomes.
Mahomes has thrown to him 9 times, completed every one of them for 124. 3rd and 2. Throws, caught. Rasheed Rice to the 40-yard line. Kareem Jackson is there saving the TD. 28 yards.
Watch him affect Singleton here, using his eyes to move him towards Kelsey. Been going to Kelsey a lot, and he moves 49, and it opens up a nice passing lane to get the ball back to Rice.
Got the eyes going, he's got the tongue going, the whole thing. Love the way he surveys. Inside give Pacheco. Threads his way to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 6, chewing up a little bit of time here as well. Each team has all of its timeouts. Pacheco out.
He can't get his helmet situated. So.
Right. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire comes in. Still plenty of time. Play clock at 8, 2nd and 6. Mahomes throws. Caught. 24-yard line. Tackle made there. Sky Moore making the grab. Mathis makes the stop. First down.
Take a look at our next gen stats powered by AWS with Mahomes throwing the football 10 yards or more in the air, 4-7 for 87 yards, under 10. Obviously, a lot of them tonight against the style of defense. He's had to go underneath, and that's really been a theme for him the last couple of years.
30-second timeout.
Needing to be patient, but this Denver defense is proven to be a handful for Kansas City, especially finishing off drives. They're moving the ball. They just can't put it in the end zone.
Denver takes a timeout up to stop that clock. 3:04. They have 2 plus the 2-minute warning. With Kansas City clearly in field goal range right now. Mahomes is now thrown for 305 yards. We started to say before, you know, with Mahomes, unless he has like a perfect passer rating, everybody says, well, he was okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's anything but perfect tonight. But here he is.
Had a battle tonight.
Yeah,
right?
29 to 39, 305. Run the ball 3 times for 33 yards as well. First down. Pacheco. Nice tackle. Coming up, Simmons. Stopping him there. Timeout taken by Denver, 2:58.
It's great to see Justin Simmons back in his lineup. He missed a couple weeks, was back last week, and this is what he's really known for. His range in the pass game, and then with the experience that he has, how quickly he's able to recognize things and get involved in run support. 8th year out of Boston College. Takes away that space and all that speed and potential of a big play with Pacheco. No chance there to get that play started.
2nd down and 11.
Kansas City, all they need is a field goal. They're thinking about eating up clock and trying to make this a 2-possession game.
Little flip here, Tony. He gets dumped at the 24. And they've got the 2-minute warning. They've got 1 timeout. They're going to save that right here. And of course, Kansas City will let that clock run down as close as they can to about 2:15. There's Butker, who's already kicked a 60-yarder tonight. Of course. Mahomes gets sacked back at the 36-yard line. Zach Allen came crashing through. So it's 4th down. Makes it not a easy field goal. Slightly more problematic, and we'll see what happens on the other side of the 2-minute warning, which is taken right here. It'll be 4th down and 22. Field goal unit coming in at the 2-minute warning. Right after the game, a lot to talk about. The J.C. Penney post-game show. Kaylee interviewing the player of the game. Right now, Kelsey would be a good choice, so with Mahomes. But right now, you got a 52-yard field goal attempt. If he makes it, you got a 2-possession game. If he misses it, Denver would have the ball at its own 42-yard line and 1 timeout with 2 minutes. Butker bangs that one dead down the middle.
What a weapon Yeah. I mean, in this offense, I mean, in a game like this, it hasn't been your prettiest.
Right.
One possession late in the game, you need points. Mahomes with a rare mistake, taking that sack to push it all the way back to 52. But Mr. Automatic puts it right through the middle. Clutch.
So 4 field goals tonight, 35, 60, 25, 52 yards. You know, the Denver defense, I mean, nobody's been taking more heat, I think, than Vance Joseph. I mean, to come in here and allow 1 touchdown and make them make 4 field goals, 2 of a significant difference, and keep them in the game.
Yeah. I mean, the red zone alone is where they were able to keep them in the game. The 1 touchdown out of 5 attempts. Gave up some yards, but they squeezed when they had to. And I think for Denver fans, you know, again, they're frustrated. They want a winning team, and we all understand that. But you're building this thing from the ground up. It's been a long time, since all the way back to 2016, since they had a winning season. 2015, they go all the way to the Super Bowl.
Right.
But I think it shows you what Joseph and his defense is capable of doing.
They haven't even been to the playoffs since then. To the 25 it comes.
Well, this is how they ended up getting the pressure. You see how they walk so many defenders up. There's 7 guys up close. A couple of them show, and then they mug and then drop, and it confused the offensive line. So Joseph dials it up there at the right time to free up Zach Allen. And look at him. I know he played in Arizona with J.J. Watt. He kind of looks like him there in his uni.
Yeah. So Denver has 1 timeout from the 25. Wilson over the middle, and that's broken up at the very last minute. Right at midfield. Mike Edwards was there. Trout with the tight end couldn't hang on. 2nd down and 10.
Spags came out this week and talked with the media about how much he's appreciated. This guy came over first year from Tampa, and he's got versatility. Doesn't give up on that play. Ball's well thrown, but he doesn't see the ball, but now he does. He's able to fight through his arms to dislodge the football. Great play.
2nd and 10. 3-man rush. A floater caught, and the ball is out, and Kansas City has it. Trent McDuffie knocked it out. Gay takes it to the end zone for the celebration. Samaje Perine ending Denver's very faint hopes.
I'm telling you, this defense is going to be doing this to a lot of teams this year. This back end is flying to the football. It's not just about coverage. It's about how they rally to the ball. It's another example of that from McDuffie. Again, 2nd-year player out of Washington. Great play out in space. Brings bad intentions with him. Ball comes out. And because of the way they run to the ball, Willie Gay right there to jump on it.
Well, they can run it out right now. An 11-point difference, which is a very significant number to a few of our friends.
A few indeed.
Since games don't end with a 10.5-point difference, and you know what I'm talking about. Here we are next week, Jaguars Saints. In case any of our friends are wondering about what's going on here. You got Lawrence, you got Carr. You got New Orleans, both teams winning records right now, 3-2. With games coming up for each on Sunday.
Just a little food for thought.
Yes, sir.
Chiefs next 3. Chargers.
Yep.
At Denver.
Right.
Miami. And think about this, how big that is against Miami. They have the Bills coming up later in week 14. Home field advantage for Kansas City is always big, but a big difference between going to Buffalo or needing to go to Miami and playing right here in Arrowhead.
Word just came down to me that Taylor Swift has written a couple of songs for us tonight. Touchdown Romance, a pigskin love story, and Thursday Night Lights with a couple of lightweights.
I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah, we cover the world here. Kansas City winning its last 16 regular season games against the Denver Broncos, who head back to the Rockies. Gave it a battle, made it a battle. Defense allowed only 1 TD to Kansas City. That doesn't happen very often. Sean Payton still has not been shut out. in 16 seasons. 2 veteran coaches exchanging pleasantries. Kelce, of course, a great night with 9 catches for 124. 80-20 is his lifetime record. Mahomes in his first 100 games counting postseason.
And see you in a couple weeks.
All right, hang around. Post-game show, the J.C. Penney post-game show coming up right after these messages.